The man bond makes an appearance.
Bro, we did it. Dean.
Sam? Sam?
Dean? What the heck? Oh, nuts.
What?
They were running. Because God was destroying their reality.
That's horrible.
He's almost done wrapping up those other worlds. And when he is,
It's our turn.
looks like. So we need to be prepared. I have the next step. For Jack.
Next step. Sounds ominous. Jack is like, what's up? Having breakfast?
Ready.
Not a weapon per se, but it's powerful.
Well, that's not vague at all.
Okay, thanks. Big help.
So are you ready?
How would he find it?
Truly.
I am.
Are you ready to find something that even death can't find?
Good to hear. Because we need to be ready. And vigilant. And not stupid. God, if he catches on to what we're doing, everything comes crashing down.
Still not convinced he cannot catch. He's not catching on with what you're doing.
I mean, this whole thing is crazy, right? I mean, death is our Obi-Wan, and you and me were the messengers of God's destruction, whatever the hell that means.
Sounds BS.
And Jack is supposed to kill God. But if he does,
The
that
balance?
still leaves, you know who.
Amara.
Amara.
Oh,
So,
now I
I'm
remember
thinking,
Amara.
maybe he kills her too.
That's what I was thinking, actually, to maintain the balance.
Seriously. Because listen, if we just take Chuck off the board, that still leaves her, okay? That throws things out of balance. And if things are out of balance, then the world pretty much...
Yeah, ends.
Right. But if Jack kills her, kind of a family plan, then there's no God, there's no darkness, nothing out of balance. World saved.
Well, that,
Okay,
that
yeah,
would suck.
but then who takes over? Jack?
Hopefully not. I love how he's showing how silly he
I
is.
just learned how to do that.
Oh, he's new
Probably
god.
not.
I love
Jack, listen,
the
about
meta
Billy's plan.
joke
she
about the
hasn't
theory.
been real specific on the details.
Yeah, when you go up against Chuck, you're gonna what? Bob and weave, or do you go straight in for the full smite?
Yeah, you know, something like that. Okay.
He doesn't even know, does he?
Fine. I owe you. Well, I have information on the occultum from the shaman Sergei.
Him?
Oh my god.
Are we that desperate?
He knows everything
I think
weird,
so.
doesn't he?
So what did he say?
The occultum is divine in its origin. It was housed for hundreds of years in an ancient temple before it was...
Plundered by pirates.
No.
It was dug up by tomb raiders.
No.
It was seized by the king of the dead and his warlords. Am I close?
Looted by invading Mongol hordes for trade on the black market.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that next. That was the next one.
Giving Dean some humor, oh my god. First time this
So,
season or something?
where is it now?
Feels
Until
like
a few
it.
years ago, it was owned by the Jacobson family until Hiram Jacobson's son fell gravely ill and he was told nothing could be done. And in desperation, he turned to a faith healer. She saved the child, but she would only accept the occultum in payment.
Do we have a name?
No, just a description.
Sister Joe?
She was attractive, and she healed the child by laying on hands, which glowed.
Your wife, Jensen.
So you want me to be on your side, against God?
I mean, we are better looking.
No. I'm not going to make God my enemy, because he's God.
That's a good reason.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Oh no, not gonna
wouldn't.
kill your wife, Jensen.
Try us.
I don't have it.
Then who does?
An old friend of yours.
Well, Jared
Ruby.
would, but
Wait a
this
second.
one-
Why would you give it to her?
Ruby.
It's a long story.
It's a nice
I was on the
connection.
road. How much that thing's worth? Millions. Now tell me that doesn't appeal to your label whore heart.
And then
I gave it to her. She said she had hid it until she contacted the buyer, which she never did because, well, you...
Yeah.
in hell.
In hell. So that's an interesting roundabout way of getting Ruby back. So apparently she was like business buddies with Jensen's wife, Danielle, Sister Joe, and they're seeking that object that Death told them about, the next quest for Jack to strengthen himself spiritually or whatever. And the boys are very skeptical about her whole plan, as I have been from the beginning. And I'm glad, so glad Dean made fun of the whole Messengers of God's Destruction line. Sounds like BS to me. Sounds like a poem, a very bad one. So I'm glad they made fun of that and made fun of the whole killing God. What about Amara? They will have to kill her too to maintain the balance, or everything will fall apart. So I'm glad finally someone addresses. Dean is like just covered everything at once in this first few minutes of the episode. So I'm so glad those burning questions are being addressed and even mocked by Dean. But yeah, Ruby stashed that items you're looking for, occultum or whatever the hell that is, that even Death is not sure exactly what it is, but it's powerful. Thanks for being specific. And she's like mocking the boys when they're asking her where they can find it, what is it. They're supposed to just find it, I guess. And coincidentally, the Sergi guy who knows everything about everything occult, supernatural, happens to know about this one. And Joe gave it to Ruby when she was still alive. And she's stashing it with her in hell. And she's dead because, you know, Dean killed her. Sam was holding her and Dean killed her. And probably Sam wants to kill Sister Joe now to get even. Jerry talked about that a few times. But yeah, seems like a really convoluted way of bringing Ruby back into the fold, but it makes sense. Seems like they worked kind of hard to make it make sense, but it does. Genevieve looks almost exactly as she did back when she played Ruby all these years ago, so that's cool. And she snapped right back into the character, so good job with that, I guess.
I think we need to ask Ruby.
Who's dead?
Yeah. In the empty.
Empty.
I need your assistance.
Oh,
Sure.
you're gonna use
Anything.
your power to
I need you
get
to
her
kill
back?
me. Almost.
Can someone be almost dead?
Well, in theory... If I'm brought to death's brink, I should be able to put one foot in the afterlife and
Well,
contact Ruby.
Humans
Cass.
do that, but
The empty
angels-
doesn't exactly like you, remember?
Yeah, I do. But our deal, I'm far from happy. So, I should be fine. I need you to draw out most of my life force, store it in here, and then keep a close watch if it seems like I'm...
Really dying, not almost dying.
Well,
Then
that
bring me
doesn't
back.
sound risky at all. Sounds stupid,
Cass,
actually.
I may not have a soul, but I know killing you is wrong. What if I screw up?
Well, then I'll be lost forever. But I think you'll do fine.
Well, that's the new one. We've seen humans do
Oh,
it, but angels.
You need to feed the spell bowl to keep the rift open for Sam and Dean, or they'll be lost forever.
That's a lot of work for Jack.
Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Not at all. Give me 1 hour, then bring me back.
Now you can just go to the empty and come back anytime you want. That just looks so wrong, like. You can just bottle someone's Angel's Grace now? I don't know, I'm not sure I was that. I don't like that. Okay, so this episode is kind of all over the place here. Jack's next quest to get this powerful item to help his soul. Sister Joe has the item, gives it to Ruby. Ruby's dead. Angels can have a near-death experience now, like humans do when Dean used to die to talk to Reapers or to talk to original death even. Angels can also die and have the grace stored in a bottle and go to the empty and come back. The empty, supposed terrifying place where no one's supposed to ever come back according to Billy ages ago. Of course, nothing she says ever sticks, so everyone comes back, but the fact is, Cass can just casually walk into the empty, have die and come back from it. That's all too ridiculous for me. Like, shit all over the place. Sister Joe's setting a trap for the boys to have them killed in hell. What is she working for God now? Even though she said she would help him after she was reluctant to help him. Again, all over the place. Let's see what's gonna happen for the rest of it. But so far, it's been a big mess.
Ruby, can you hear me?
Well, that voice
Hello,
changed.
Clarence.
What? Meg?
Meg.
That's a surprising turn.
Not so much.
You're the empty.
You always work quick. Apparently you want to see Ruby, so I went with a demon theme.
Where can I find her?
What does this look like, a singles bar?
This is not a social call. I'm here fulfilling a request ordered by Death herself, and I understand that you and she are working together.
Oh yeah, we're besties. That doesn't mean I'm gonna help little old you.
Oh, yes, it does.
You're no fun. Go get her, pizza man.
Pizza Man. Talk about classic references and character returns. Wow. Shiny.
Ruby.
That girl really can't be trusted, but you can trust me.
Really?
If what?
You bring
I'll
her
help
back.
you on one condition.
You bring her
That
back.
you get me the hell out of here.
What?
Guys, you're back.
Jack, what the hell?
Why do they call this place the Empty? This place is full. It's full of sorrow and despair playing over and over again, of angels and demons dreaming about the regrets. Forever.
Yeah, I know.
Bad dreams.
He's dead. Kind of. For now.
What?
You're clearly connected, Castiel. Just try.
That's what she promised. She can do that?
Oh, yes, come on.
Funny thing about her plan, though, she didn't say anything about needing you. Baby, you can't just traipse in and out of here. It upsets the order of things.
Yes?
Chardonnay, Clarence?
That's a lot of
Oh, you're
grace.
probably not in the mood. See you soon.
Well, you had a deal a while ago about taking him when he's happy, so.
You made it back.
Yeah, and so did you. You're an idiot, by the way.
What if this hadn't worked?
But it did. The occultum was never in hell.
Yeah, we get that.
The occultum is apparently the safest place in the world. Joe was never gonna give that up.
It's a place. So you saw Ruby.
And I got the location. Am I still an idiot?
Well, yeah.
Let's go then.
We hunt monsters all over the country.
It's exhausting, isn't it? I mean, we do it worldwide. We have to keep 2 sets of pilots on standby.
You guys have your own plane? You don't?
Well, Jared does.
Oh dear. How do you manage? How do you afford it?
We get paid
Get paid.
for hunting monsters.
You what?
Yes. Hunter Corp does very well.
Hunter Corp.
Hunter Corp?
Yeah, well, gotta hand it to the old man, huh? Pretty much built up an entire empire from scratch.
John.
That.
Smartest guy ever.
John is an empire of hunters. That's funny and all, but God can't tell different versions of his own creation. It's just look-alike. Come on, guys. Dean was right. This is a dumb idea. Isn't this Sister Joe's place? Looks like it.
Place, you sure?
It's a safe,
Ruby was
safe-
very
safer
specific.
place now.
Yeah, well, so was Joe.
Is that a bear?
No. It's more like
Hellhounds.
Hellhounds. Protecting the place.
You want to hurry a little bit?
Okay, I don't know about this episode, guys. It just feels really all over the place, and a lot of things doesn't make sense in it. Like how Cass casually almost dies to go to the empty. Angels can just store their grace in a bottle, and like astral project, have an out-of-body experience or whatever, a near-death experience like humans do now. That's a new one. I don't think angels have ever done that, not that I remember anyway. Dean did it multiple times, talked to Reapers, talked to Original Death. And then the empty, at least that part made sense. The empty told him you can't just troll in and troll out. That's what I thought. That sounds stupid. Even though the empty has a deal with death or whatever, but still, it wanted to torture Castiel, you know, toy with him before he leaves. He ends up leaving easily anyway, just by getting his grace back. And yeah, Ruby and Joe just keep sending them to random places. They're not sure who to trust. And yeah, Occultum is a place that is powerful, supposed to heal Jack's soul or strengthen it or something. I don't know. Just all over the place. Like heaven, hell, the empty, casually strolling into hell on the empty and strolling out. The same exact location in hell. The new location for this season was the statues and skeletons and stuff. Looking mundane now. Remember when hell looked somewhat scary? Used to, at least when Dean went to hell, that was terrifying. They gradually made it more silly as seasons went on. Just like how heaven is also pretty silly. It looks like a corporate office. Hell looks like a scary house, like, you know, a fun house. So I don't know, not very intimidating to me. Serpent, Lucifer.
Who are you meant to be?
All right, so what do you want to do next? All right.
Jack, what's wrong? Davey!
There's no going back. You realize that now.
Listen to me! Leave me alone!
They're never gonna trust you again.
Lucifer, so it's always welcome to have flashbacks to him at least. You get his soul back? Well, looks like Jack is God now. What happened there? Did Jack get his soul back? Because she said spiritual, Billy, that thing he ingested. He went to the Garden of Eden. A snake told him you should be what you're meant to be or whatever. Is he more powerful overall now? Is he like God mode now? That's what they seem to be implying. Again, I'm not convinced he can ever be God. He is the light now. Like, they're slapping us with light imagery literally in our faces, so that's what seems this is going. I still don't like that idea that he will be a new God, a new light. But yeah, that's what seems like is gonna happen, and he blasted the Hellhounds pretty easily with his light, again, dark light. Will he just take God's place and keep Amara alive, or kill both and take their place, or what exactly? Because if they kill Amara and gods, then the balance is pretty much equal. But if you kill just gods, then he will have to take his place. That's what seems like they're implying anyway. But even Dean was making fun of that, and they showed like Jack is just a silly boy at the beginning of the episode. But now he probably is mature enough to be God. That's what seems like this object have possibly done to him, and got his soul back. I don't know. Just speculation now until we learn more for the rest of the episode.
Oh, you think we could keep the flannel shirts? No. Okay. When we were looking around, we saw it. The car. You didn't touch it.
Oh. We drove in it.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh no.
And we're leaving.
Ow, my arm, you're hurting me, Sam. Deal.
Have fun in Rio.
Jack.
His soul is back.
That wasn't obvious enough.
Please. Just... Please forgive me.
Alright guys, I don't think next episode has a promo because it's not next week anymore. And NWDAB just came out, fresh news that this will be the last episode for a while. They don't know when it's gonna come back with the circumstances and everything, so I don't even know. I don't think there is a promo for next episode. They haven't even announced it. CW didn't say anything about it, so I doubt there will be even a promo for it. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. Mixed feelings about this. Obviously, I want to see new episodes, but at the same time, I don't want the show to end soon. So the more delays we have, the more we can look forward to Supernatural still being in our lives. So yeah, keep the breaks and delays coming. Really, that's actually good news for me, if anything. But about tonight's episode, again, mixed feelings about it. It seemed like all over the place for me. The boys went to hell based on a false tip by Sister Jo, who wanted them to get killed, and the demons listened to her. That didn't make any sense to me. And the fact that Castile can have a near-death experience as an angel, go to the empty and come back, was all the legendary stories been told about the empty being a notoriously difficult place, if not impossible to come back from. Billy said that when she first appeared. Obviously it's been proven false multiple times, but the empty is supposed to be one of the most powerful entities on the show, maybe third only to God and Amara, if it doesn't even top them for all we know. But yeah, they used the empty morphing shape to get Meg back as a cameo, so interesting use of that. But the fact that Cass can almost die, go to the empty and come back, I found that to be pretty silly. And he promised Ruby he'll try to bring her back, so maybe she'll come back to our world at some point. I don't know if Cass will even keep the promise. So yeah, weird episode, and Billy sends him on a quest to get this item, occultum, whatever, and turned out to be a place, but it is actually an item inside the place. Jack swallows it, goes to the Garden of Eden that no one been to since the exile. Humans were exiled from it. He's half human, half angel. The snake tells him you are who you're supposed to be, whatever. Gives him like a destiny crap, and he gets his soul back. Well, Billy did say it's a spiritual power thing, not a physical power. So he seems like he literally and metaphorically turned into the light, implying he will be God, maybe. I hope they really don't go that route. I really don't like it. Killing God and becoming God. First of all, it's too predictable. Plus, he's still a child, even if he has a soul now. So I don't like the direction they're going, but that's a strong implication there. Getting light, he banished the hellhounds away with his light, you know? Light associated with God, obviously. It's a strong symbolism. They're slapping us in the face with it there. And yeah, he finally feels bad for killing Mary. About time, right? It's been a while. And yeah, Dean seems like he forgave him, so it's too convenient, too easy? I don't know, but wasn't the biggest fan of this episode. Actually, my favorite part of it is alternate Sam and Dean. They were super hilarious. Their interaction with Dean, especially at the end. Dean is like obviously mad. You rode my car, baby. He wants to punch him in the face, but they're like, oh yeah, we're out of here, you know? Not gonna deal with that. So yeah, my favorite part of the episode is definitely the interactions with alternate Sam and Dean, but opening the gate, opening the alternate universe without Archangel Grace, who's just an Angel Grace, because they're in between worlds, it just seemed all so convenient to me and ridiculous. It just seems like the lore is... They just manipulate the lore to their will at any point for plot convenience. Didn't like that. But yeah, well, we have an indefinite amount of time left till next episode. I don't know when, with the craziness happening in the world right now. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. And yeah, let me know how your days are going in this craziness. What are you doing if you have a forced break like most people? Quarantine and chill. What are you doing during that? I guess binge watching Supernatural, rewatching the series. is a good idea right now. Probably be doing my rewatches soon. Continue my rewatch series I started almost like a year ago now. I just haven't had time to do more of it, honestly. We're gonna have plenty of time now, right? So let me know what you guys think about tonight's episode down below in the comments. Subscribe for more awesome Supernatural content. Till next time, as always, no chick flick moments.